late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst of me. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. You call my bluff, I won't pick up, I let it ring. Record your voice so I can listen back again. I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst of me. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. Do you wanna take me back? I'll have a broken plan, so we can start again. Won't turn down a second chance, I'm too selfish for that. I let you fall again, I let you know that I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was.
All right, we back at it. Let me switch this pad over here real quick. Yes, indeed. All right, we back at it. As you guys make your way on, please make sure that you like the video, share the video. If you're on YouTube, be sure to like and share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, be sure to turn on the bell notifications so that you receive a notification when we go live. Let me check my audio over there right now. Let's see. Now, it worked yesterday when I opened it in a different browser. Let's see if it works today. Come on. Refresh. Okay, good. I got video. Let's see how it sounds. Check, check, check. Wait, where's my audio? I don't hear nothing yet. Check, check. Check, check. Wait. I think that charge is on. Damn, hold on. It actually is not on. Okay. All right, so I think audio's good on YouTube. We should be good over there. It ain't loading for some reason on this. This thing be acting stupid, man. Like this really acts stupid sometimes. But audio should be good. All right, so anyway, let me check in on Facebook. So if you're tuning in from Facebook, make sure that you like the video and follow the TeamAlliance page. All right, very important. Also, be sure to share the video. And the same thing applies on Instagram. When you come on, make sure that you like the video, give it a heart, share it, and also follow the TeamAlliance page at TeamAlliance 2018. All right. All right. So what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to do a little bit of distribution. And once I'm finished with that, then we'll be ready to get started. All right. So we're looking good. We're looking good. So let me finish up distribution and then we're going to get cracking. All right. All right. Yes, that's right. All right, we good, man. We good. We're good. One last thing to do. I need to push this out onto my timeline and then we'll be ready to get started. Yes, indeed. All right. Let me check and see if it's there. Should be there. Is it there? Yes, it's there. All right, cool. All right, so we are fully distributed now. Be sure to check out the Brooklyn Moses podcast.com for the audio version of what you see here. This is a real podcast, so it's an actual audio podcast that you can listen to. For everybody that got a smart refrigerator where you can open up Spotify as an app, you can listen to it while you're cooking in the kitchen. Maybe that's just my house. Come on, man. Y'all got to get Spotify in the fridge, man. Stop playing. Oh, man. I showed my daughter that. She was like, "You're talking in the refrigerator?" I said, "Yep, sure am." But yeah, so the podcast is available when you go to the BrooklynMosesPodcast.com. It takes you directly to a page where you can listen to the audio from the page, but you can also catch it on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts, and wherever else podcasts are available. All right, so wherever you can find podcasts, you'll be able to find the Brooklyn Moses podcast. All right, so we are definitely out here. This information is very powerful. This information is very niche, meaning that it's specific. This pertains to what we do here that literally puts us in position to become financially free. Among other things, we actually free our mindset first, and then the finances follow. So we're going to get into the topic here in a moment. So buckle your seatbelt because this is powerful. What I've been doing as of late, I talk about stuff that is like heavy on my heart at the time. So when I have something that I want to talk about, I'm gonna just do a podcast. That's how it's gonna go. All right. So let me see if the website is over here. Did anyone put this here? Nope. Someone do me a favor on Instagram. Just type in the website. HTTP, the full thing. The BrooklynMosesPodcast.com. If you don't mind, type that in so I can pin that in the post. And I think that's about it. So let me open this up on YouTube also. And did I check the audio on Facebook? Let me check it just in case. Because my OCD is off the chain. Audio's good. That's Facebook. Got an ill delay to it. But it's working. All right, so Facebook is good. Audio is good over there. Audio is good on Instagram. Audio is good on YouTube also, from what you guys have told me. All right. Ron Carter, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. So you guys can find the link for the podcast, which is the BrooklynMosesPodcast.com. You'll see it pinned as a post in the chat on whatever platform you're on. All right. So you'll see it pinned in the posts, pinned in the comments rather, on YouTube. It's also on Facebook, and it's also on Instagram. All right, so we're going to start recording, man. Let's get into the topic. Here we go.
Dom DeMarco.
Yeah. That Don DeMarco's coming so hard. Crazy. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, the Brooklyn Moses Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 34. Yes, sir. All right, before we get into it, quick roll call. Let's see who we have in the building with us. On IG, I see Tracy in the building. What's happening, Trace? Willis Major is here. Ron Carter's in the building. LaBelle is here. Art, I see you also. All right, IG holding it down. On Facebook, I see Champ over there. Champ, what's good, man? And as you guys make your way in, if you're coming in on Facebook, say what's up when you arrive so that I know that you're there and I can acknowledge you accordingly. All right. And of course, on YouTube, we have, Hassan, you were here first today. What's up, man? He talking his shit. He's like, I'm first. Hassan is in the building. I see Champ over here as well. I see Charles. Forrest is here. BCJ is here. Mel is here. Fit, I see you. I see Maui Jeff, Jay Carly. Tavares is here. Reginald Brown. SG. Yeah, that beat was crazy. Yes, it was. And Nika. And I also see Peter Leonardi in the building. All right. Yes, indeed. And yes, the time right now is about 8:30, so I am pulling you guys away from your prime time television or streaming or whatever it is that you do. Some of y'all might have been eating dinner around now. Who eat dinner around this time? I'm guilty. Sometimes we eat dinner mad late, like 9 o'clock. You know, it all depends. But in any case, all right, so we got a great topic today. Bilal, I see you. He just popped on. Topic for today is why it's not possible to identify winning trades. Shout out to Sherilyn too. I just saw you pop on as well. Why it is not possible to identify winning trades. Now, before those that like to come around us talking shit, I know that they love this because they're like, yeah, I told you. See, what it is that goes on here, people think, first of all, that we are picking winning trades by chance. We just so happen to pick winning trades, and that's how we are doing so well and we're successful. We got a good strategy, and you know, we use that strategy to pick good winning trades. And that's not what goes on at all. And the reason being, it's not possible to consistently pick winning trades. Let me explain. When you select a trade, what you're doing is you're making a decision to enter into the market at a given time based on a number of different factors that you're taking into consideration, right? This is the reason that you're going to enter into a trade. The factors that you are taking into consideration will determine whether or not you decide to pick that trade. Like, let me look at this. All right, I see pricing. No, I don't like that price. I want a better price. You might be waiting for better pricing. You might be waiting for more movement in the actual market, right? You might be waiting to see a trend. You might be waiting for your indicator to tell you that the market is moving in a particular direction, and that's the direction of the trade that you want, to take. So regardless of how you're doing it, you're picking trades when you go about it that way. Now, let's compare that to what we actually do. We don't pick trades at all. And don't worry, I'm going to elaborate on all that. We don't pick trades. And the reason that I say that is because everything I just described that people do that leads to them picking trades, we don't do none of that. We don't have indicators, right? We're not waiting for a signal to be sent to us. There's no signal services involved with what we're doing. We don't have a strategy. We're not waiting for this to cross that and that to do this and for that to go over there and do that like that. And then if it does that, then you wait and then you got to do it at certain time, wait till the New York session. We're not doing any of that. There's no strategy here. It's so funny when people first come into training here and they ask me, well, Mark, when's the best time, to apply what you do? My answer is always anytime. They ask me stuff like, Mark, when's the best time to enter the market and take the trade? My answer is when the market is stable. That's my answer. When the market's stable, that's the best time. Oh, well, when's the most likely time for the market to be stable? We don't know. The market determines that. That's not up to me or you to determine. So when people ask questions like, well, what session do you trade? Whatever session stability comes and the market presents us with a trade. Whatever session that is, that's the session that we trade. Oh, well, which session on average? There is none. It varies. There is no average. See, what people try to do is they try to come to a place where they can box in what we're doing. And you can't box in what you're doing when you're dealing directly with the market because you can't box the market in. Our skill set is based on us observing and understanding what we're looking at when the market moves. It's not about us picking a trade. It's not possible for you to keep picking winning trades. Eventually, you're going to pick a losing trade. Hold on. At some point, you will pick a losing trade. So it's not possible to pick winning trades over and over again forever. Nobody can do that. Me included. That's why I don't do that. I don't pick trades. Now, on the contrary, what we do is we observe the market, we wait, and we allow the market to determine when it wants to present us with an actual trade that sets up contingent on the market being stable, which would represent the right time to be in that trade. So our process has been reverse engineered. Instead of us trying to build a strategy on top of the market that we trade, here comes the next question. Well, Mark, which market do you trade? Well, right now I'm in the EU. Prior to the EU, I was trading the pound dollar for years. Because when I first came into Forex, that's what I was trading, pound dollar. So literally I was trading the pound dollar up until January of last year, which is when I switched to the euro dollar, the EU, for one purpose only. What purpose was that? To help the students in my group that were in the euro. Literally, that's why I switched to the euro. No other reason. I switched because there were a number of people in my group in that market, and I wanted to be in that market so that I could actually see that market and help them to progress because everybody else was already in the pound dollar, which is the one that I had been in previously. So you see how literally I made a sacrifice by shifting from the market that I'm used to being in, that I learned all the nuances of, and went into an entirely different market, applied the same process, and I'm doing the same thing in a different market. So does it really matter which market it is? No, it does not. And that's why I'm going through this, because I want you to see, oh, here's the question that people ask, and here's the answer. Well, Mark, which market is the best market? Any market, pick one. You can't pick one? You know what? Just go with the market I'm in. I'm in the euro. That's your market. That's usually how it goes when people can't decide which one. Oh, well, Mark, what about the Aussie? What about the Aussie? Well, what about the pound? What about it? Is the pound more stable? No. Is the Aussie more stable? No. They are all stable when the market decides that it wants to be stable in that market. The same way that they're all not stable when the market decides that it don't want to be stable in that market. It's simple stuff. Like, it's not difficult when you keep hearing what I'm saying over and over again because it just makes sense. It's like, oh, wait, let me think about that. He said the market don't matter. It don't matter which market. It doesn't. So now, the reason that what we do works in any market, you know why it works? It works because we are observing the actual market that we're looking at. So whatever market it is, it doesn't matter. Our observation is strictly for that market, that one market that we pick. And when we observe, that's all we're looking at. We're not looking at anything else. We're not distracted by nothing else. We ain't looking at a different pair. Oh, well, I'm actually looking at 5 different pairs. And whichever one, presents MRMH, that's the one I'm going to go with. No, you ain't. Because first of all, you ain't looking at 5 different pairs. And if you are doing that, and I catch you doing that, you already know I'm going to blow you up. You know that already because we hold each other accountable here. You have no business looking at 5 different markets. For what? Be profitable and be 1-0 in one market. Why are you looking at 5? Oh, well, I'm diversified. No, you're not. What you are is stressed. You're just creating stress on yourself for no reason. But anyway, so again, when we talk about this and we talk about picking trades, right? Literally, you can't just keep picking winning trades. So that's why we don't pick trades at all. Well, what do you mean, Mark? What is it that you guys are doing? What we're doing is we're actually observing the market, waiting for the market to become stable enough in order for whatever trade sets up while it is stable to be presented to us because that trade will win. Whoa. Is that facts? That's 100%. Just listen to what I just said. I just said we're waiting for the market itself to stabilize. Why? Because when the market is stable, that's how you win trades. That's how you end up in a winning trade. See, trading is very simple, but when you complicate trading with strategies and picking, well, I got a good way to pick these trades. I'm picking winners. You're complicating a simple process, which is learning how to actually understand what you're seeing in the market. Because your ability to identify what you see in the market is the money, man. That's the money. That's the bag all day. See? The better at that you become, first of all, the more calm you become. You literally stop being stressed out because you're not trying to find trades. When you just observe the market is going to give you trades that are going to win. It's going to stabilize. You're going to see it. You're going to learn how the market actually starts to look when it's stable. You're going to know. You're going to be like, yeah, this is stable. Definitely is. Oh, snap. Look at this. A trade setting up. Wow. I take that. Yep. Matter of fact, I'll receive that. This is why we don't even use the word take. Because this is laid out so well and so efficiently that we don't have to take anything. It's given to us. We don't have to pick trades because you can't pick winning trades forever. Oh boy. See, and it's so funny because even though people may not like what I'm saying or the way I deliver it or whatever the case may be, they know that I'm telling the truth though. You can't deny what I'm saying. You know that what I'm saying is facts. You know that. I give you an example of why you'll never be able to build a career pick and trade. You know why? Because you are emotional. You are emotional. What you do is you look at the market, you look at the chart, you pull it up, right? You'll see a setup. You'll look at your pricing. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. And you get excited. But you're excited for the wrong reason. You're getting excited because you're seeing a trade set up and the trade looks good to you. You see? The trade looks good. It looks good to you. So you're like, oh, yeah, that's it. You picking the trade. And because the trade looks good to you, you take the trade off of that emotion that you feel because you feel the trade looks good. Instead of actually looking at what the market is doing. See, if you just observe the market, you'll see, oh, wait, no, I can't take that. I definitely can't take that trade. Man, look at the behavior that's in the market right now. Definitely not. That's a coin flip all day. People will look at, like you'll look at your trade setup and you'll look at the clock and there'll be more time on the clock than you want to be, but you're so thirsty to be in that trade that you jump into the trade early. And because you jumped in early, the market decided with as much time as it had left on the clock to do something different while you in the trade. So what you thought it was going to do, it don't do, it does the opposite. And it does it quick. And you're like, oh, damn. Oh. But you in the trade now. You got to eat that. That's why you can't pick winning trades forever, because you're emotional. You were driven by emotion in the first place. That was your reason for even being excited about the trade. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, pricing. Ooh, man, look at that. Ooh, and it's trending too. And then after the fact, you might want to talk about it with somebody. Be like, yeah, this is one I took right here. And then, you know, if they in TA, they looking at you like, what was you doing there? like, I don't understand what you're even doing. What were you actually looking at? Oh, well, what I thought was, you know, because I saw all of these blue candles, I thought it was headed up. It never stops. It just never stops. So you go through all of these emotions, you go through all of these different aspects of yourself. And this is another thing too, you know, a lot of people don't realize that you have to deal with your mindset first. So before you even get into anything that you're looking at in the market, you need to be dealing with your mindset every single day. Because that emotion that I described, you got to deal with that first. Before you even start getting into anything pertaining to the market, you need to be dealing with your emotions first. Because you have to have your emotions in check before you enter the market and expect to build a career, expect to build your way to freedom. You can't become free being emotional. You can't become free picking trades. What you think? You know, just a little bit of luck will do it? No. Nobody's that lucky. Nobody's lucky enough to flip a coin and land on heads every time and be right. Ain't that much luck in the world. It's just, it ain't gonna happen, man. And flipping that coin is exactly what you're doing when you're not taking the time to actually just observe the market and learn to recognize what you're looking at. See, it's like reverse engineering the entire process when it comes to trading has led to me personally being successful in the market, and then me being able to communicate that to others. So that's why when I train you, it's reverse engineered. See, you would think I'm going to start with the strategy, right? Do I start with the strategy? No. What do I start with? I start with your mind. First thing we working on is your mindset. You need to stop your bullshit. Well, Mark, what do you mean? I haven't taken a trade yet. Yeah, you ain't taken a trade yet, but before you take any trade or do anything in the market, you need to stop your bullshit. Well, Mark, what do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. You don't have patience. You don't have discipline. And the worst part about it is that you think that you do. In your head, you think you have those things. But as soon as you get tested, you realize you ain't got shit. You ain't got no patience at all. And you definitely don't have discipline. You just don't. You need to be able to deal with instead of the feeling of revenge, right? I'm getting my money back because you lost. Instead of that, you got to be able to log out. You know what? You know how much it takes for you to do that? It takes a lot for you to do that. Your ass need to log out because you need to look back at what you did in the market in the first place that led to you losing. See, instead of you saying, I lost one, man, I'm going to get that back though. You see? I'm going to get that back. Matter of fact, I'm getting it back now. See, all of your anger and your revenge, you're going to try to take it out on the market, but what's going to happen is the market is boomeranging it back to you. Everything you try to give to the market is going to give to you. All day. All day. Man, that's hard. And that's a hard pill for people to swallow when they come into this world. When you come into the trading world, it's hard to realize like, damn, the market is just, it ain't out to get me. Because it's not. I mean, the market is so ill. The market don't even know that you're there. The market has no idea we're here. It don't know that we are TeamAlliance. It don't know that. And it don't care. But the thing about it is that we still treat the market as if it does know us. See, you got to have respect for the market as if the market be talking shit to you. Because it feels like the market be talking shit to you when you lose. Market be like, oh, you thought you were going to win that one, huh? Nope. That's what it feels like. So you need to develop the respect for the market and treat it as if it is talking to you like that. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, I do exercises. I talk to the market. I'm like, I understand, market. I understand. You're not stable now. I get it. Okay, that's fine with me. Like it's a person. See, and I know that people are like, nah, he's bugging. What are you talking about? I'm telling you the way that I talk to the market. Because what this is doing it ain't doing nothing for the market. What it's doing is doing something for you. Hold on, man. See, these are tools that you use to reverse your own psychological shit that you have. You got a lot of things in your mind. You got a lot of dumb shit in your mind, too. Like, you don't realize it, though. But I guarantee you that the dumb shit comes out as soon as you start losing money. I guarantee you. This is why I tell you don't even trade with real money yet. You need to be able to observe the market. Take them trades in your head first. Take them in your head. Or better yet, receive them in your head. Because we don't take trades over here. So let's be clear. But yes, everything I'm saying is factual. Like this is stuff that really goes on. And when you change the dynamic of how you think, this is when everything else starts to change. Because trust me when I tell you, some of you have some of the worst habits that you don't even realize that you have yet. And it's a terrible habit. And you don't even know you got the habit yet. You don't even know. But the market is going to bring it out. It's going to expose you. And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, man, out of nowhere, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on right now. Any of y'all ever feel like that? Any of y'all ever like feel like you train every day, you feel like you're getting it, you starting to understand, right? And then one day you look at the market, you're like, damn, what the hell, what's going on? It's like your mind just draws a blank, like you don't know what's happening no more. That's emotion. See? You didn't realize that was an emotion in you, did you? It's kind of like how people will become depressed. Depression is emotion. Some people don't know that they have that in them until something comes up and triggers that emotion. So you got to realize that when you start training and dealing with your mindset, because that's the first part of our training, before you even come here, what's the first thing I tell you to watch? 301 mindset before you get into training. Why? Because it's going to prepare you for what's about to happen when you come into training. But you got to understand that what training is doing, training stirs your pot. And when you start stirring the pot, you start seeing all the shit in the pot. You see? There's a lot of shit in the pot. You got gumbo. See, you thought you had stewed chicken. Come to find out you got gumbo. It's all type of shit in your pot. In other words, it's all type of stuff in you that you didn't know was there. Like, damn, you got corn in here. Shit, you got bacon in here. Like, how did bacon get in here? Everything's in there. Potatoes. You got crab legs in it. Right? What's them other you got crawfish in there? Some of y'all getting hungry right now. But my point is this. You thought you had stewed chicken, and you come to find out it's gumbo with all type of shit. It got seafood in it. You thought it was chicken. You see, this is what I'm saying about yourself. You don't know everything that is in you until you start stirring the pot. As soon as you start training, you start stirring the pot. And as you stir the pot, you got to deal with everything that's in the pot. See, you trying to make that pot chicken dinner. Ooh. You trying to make the gumbo chicken dinner. It's going to take you time to do that, bro. You got to take all that shit out of that pot. You got to take them crab legs out. You got beef, you got ground beef in there. You got all type of shit in your pot. You got to take it out. Take it out. Leave the chicken. But anyway, so it's so crazy, man, how all of this stuff like really ties in together, and it all relates to what we do in the market. Like literally, you got to understand that the market is not a separate entity from you. The market is an extension of you. It's a mirror. And that market is going to show you you. And when you see yourself, when you look in the market, you start seeing your weaknesses. You also start seeing your strengths as well. You see? So now you know what to work on. Sometimes you don't know what to work on because you haven't been exposed enough yet. Give it time. The market is going to expose you and all of your shit. And then you'll be able to work on it. And that's how we move, man. That's what it is. So this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. All right, let me come into the comments real quick. Let me come into the comments. Dre, what's happening? J Marks, what's going on? Renard, what's happening? Cherokee, what's going on? All right, that's IG. If y'all have questions or comments or whatever, y'all can post in the chat. I'll see it. Let me see who's on Facebook, if anyone. All right, no comments over there. All right, let me come back to YouTube. Or was he fire? Jay Carly, you will talk her shit. Yeah, she's in the Aussie now. Gino said 5 different ways to lose. Right. Tavares, when you find the time to make them. Oh, you talking about t-shirts? Oh, you're just having a whole conversation. All right, cool. Nico, what's happening? Carmen says you might not even know what your BS is, but it will be exposed. That's a fact. That's a fact. Carmen says, how do I know this? Or that day you can't even wait until the 1 minute mark because you catch FOMO. Right. That's a good one. That's a good one. You that thirsty, you don't wait. You jump in early. You know what would be funny to me is when people ask me, hey Mark, is it okay to take the trade early? And I'm like, what? Why would you ask me if it's okay to do something that you never seen me do? You ain't never seen me do that, and you don't ever hear me talk about doing that. Why would that be okay? See? But this is what I'm saying. Like, you don't even realize that you have that in you until that question comes out. When that question comes out, and then I'm like, have you ever seen me take a trade early? And you're like, no. You just answered your own question. So no, it's not okay. You see what I'm saying? So it's amazing. It really is how the market really, literally exposes the hell out of you. It does. It does a great job of it too. And you really need it, to be honest. Tavares said that market gonna give you some act right quicker than you think. That's a fact. That is a fact. Jay Carly got me so shook I don't have anything to add. Walker said, gotta also talk about waiting too long, waiting when it's the right time to receive. That too. 2-gun salute for that. I think that, so, all right. And Walker is definitely someone that can speak on that because I've been witness to him do that. This is another thing, another aspect of when you train. As you start to elevate and you actually start becoming good at what we do, you now have to deal with your natural inclination to want to like check on yourself. It's almost like analysis paralysis, I think is a good term to use for what we do. It's like you're over analyze shit. You'll be looking at the market and it'll be like, all right, let me give you the perfect example of people over analyzing shit. MRMH. Literally in the chat today, I took the time to simplify MRMH and then make the connection between MRMH and RCB and stability so that everyone can get a better and a clearer understanding of the purpose of MRMH. So just like when I ask, I'm like, listen, what makes MRMH MRMH? Is it the trade or is it the market being stable? See? So if it forces you now to think, oh, wait, let me think about that. And as you think more and more about that, you realize like, wow, the most important part of MRMH is the stability part. Because trades set up all the time. But if the market's not stable, you don't even have a need or a reason to ask if that trade was MRMH. See, a trade is not MRMH. When a trade sets up at the right time, that's MRMH. And the most important part of the MRMH is the MH, which is the hold. So the market is holding. That is the reflection of the behavior that we know represents stability. Making sense? So now, where does RCB come in? And I know for those of you that are just watching and listening to the podcast and you're not in training with us, you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but it's cool. Because the more that you listen to this, you start to pick up on terminology and stuff that I say, and it just starts making sense. I don't know how it does. It just does. So I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's cool. So MRMH, RCB, stability, they're all tied in. What is RCB doing? Like if I say, all right, well, was RCB there? And what am I asking you when I say that? See? And I'm doing this because by you answering these questions the right way, you're going to elevate. You're going to elevate because you're going to understand. RCB is the combination of tools that we use to do what? To confirm. To confirm what? Stability. That's the only purpose of RCB. To confirm stability. It's just like if I say, all right, only way you can win your trade is if the market is stable. So now the next question is, all right, so what does it look like when the market is stable? The tools that I gave you allow you to see the simplest form of the market being stable. And each tool plays its role in that picture. It's like a picture's being drawn on the chart. And when RCB comes together, that is stability. Because you can't have RCB without stability. Whoa. So look at what I'm doing. Again, reverse engineering shit. So that the tools I give you allow you to see stability. So that now all you have to do is utilize the tools. So instead of you wrecking your brain trying to figure out, I wonder if the market is stable enough to hold this right here. And you trying to enter into a trade, there's no cluster, which means that there ain't no barrier there. Which means that the candle's probably crossing the strike to the other side. And it's doing it in the last minute. And you looking like, I wonder if this is setting up. And you're looking at pricing. Then you're looking at the market. Then you're looking at the distance. Then you see, now you're in trade mode applying the parameters. You're in trade mode applying parameters, looking at the trade. And now you're ready to enter the trade because you think that it's valid. But again, the most important part of that equation, which is it stable? You don't have a solid way to answer that question with the market moving across the strike like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, if y'all catch this, man, oh my goodness. You got to catch this, man. When the market is moving across the strike like that, you don't have enough to know. It's not enough. How many of y'all have seen recordings where somebody got slapped? And it's exactly what I'm describing right now. The exact same shit. You're like, oh, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I know. And this is why the line is so thin between trade mode and market mode when I know that you want to be in a trade. This is why I don't condition you to be that way. I'm conditioning you to not care about trades. What? This is deep tonight. Whoa. I'm conditioning you to not care about trades at all. Them trades gonna come. They're gonna come. I'm giving you tools that you can use all the time, and if they're not there together, don't do nothing. Don't do anything. There is no trade. What trade? Oh, but market set up. That's why I had a +1 on it. I don't give a shit. Was RCB there? No RCB, no trade. I knew this was gonna happen as soon as I started talking about shit. This is turning into a training. This is training, man. Shit. Crazy. Kareem, what's happening? So look, y'all, I know that y'all are catching this. Because when Red Man pops up, you'll catch shit. Yeah, every time. It never fails. No RCB, no trade. Period. Period. So now that changes the whole thing, everything. Like, wait. All right, so we supposed to wait for permission. That's right. So MRMH is permission, right? Yep. But what part of MRMH makes it permission? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm going to let y'all respond to that. Look, we really going to turn this into a training for real. What part of MRMH makes it permission? Come on. What part? Let me give y'all a second. I know there's a lag on these platforms, on all this YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all that. It's coming. Yep, I agree. Stacy said, get that collection plate out. $35 a month. That's it. So listen, yes. Look at what Fitz said. The hold. What is the hold? What does that mean? What is the hold? What is that? Come on. I'm waiting for the word. What is that? What is the hold? Stability. Come on, man. Come on. So look at that. So now when you start thinking about MRMH, you think less about the what? The trade. You can't have MRMH without stability present first. So when you start observing, you start to look less at trades setting up, right? This is what RCB is doing. Look at these tools you have, man. Is there a range? Nah, not yet. All right, ain't shit to do. Is there a barrier? Yeah, it looks like a barrier is being created, but I don't know. It ain't confirmed yet. All right, ain't shit to do yet. Can you have a cluster without a barrier? Nope. Oh, shit. So the cluster confirms the barrier. Yep. Just listen to the words. Cluster, you know, in order for a cluster to be present, it means there has to be more than one. Whoa. So when somebody asks about, well, how many candles? You know there got to be more than one. So if you're looking at anything and there's only one candle there, what are you doing? Hold on. Hold on. What you doing if it's only one candle? You got one candle that came across the strike. What are you doing? Look at how this eliminates all that. It takes all of that out. You don't need none of that. You don't even need to be looking at anything at that time if that's all that you see. Now, mind you, I'm talking this out. Y'all ain't even in front of the chart seeing me talk this out. And I'm training you right now. Insanity. Insanity. Because you can see what I'm saying. All right, let me chill out. Crazy. Crazy, man. Damn. Look, Peter said trainer number 736. Oh, man. I can't disagree with that. Shawnee said, I become disinterested when shit start crossing strikes. I just checked back a little later. I need shit between strikes all the time. Come on now. Come on. See? So you see how the process for us continuously becomes more and more and more simplified. RCB is simplifying life for you here. So when you hear 301, RCB makes 301 pop. It's like, whoa. It elevates. And it's so crazy how 301 came first, but RCB elevates 301. It makes it even clearer. And on 301 is full clarity. Literally on the video, look in the title. What's the name of the title for 301? It's called Full Clarity. So you already had clarity. RCB makes it even clearer. All right, I gotta chill. Right, correct. Yep. I see what you said, Ron. All right, so I think I'm gonna get off, man. That's enough. I'm gonna go. I need to go sit down somewhere before I float away. This is good. I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, as soon as I start talking about market shit, watch what happens. I said that in the back of my head too. I was like, damn, I don't really want to do it on the podcast, but y'all are still catching it just for me talking. This is what's crazy too. Y'all are catching it and you don't even have the chart up. That goes to show you the skill that we have here. Y'all understand what I'm saying without the chart. All right, I'm out. Carrie, you're quite welcome. He says, thank you for more elevated training. Nico says, thank you, sir. Awesome light bulbs. Yep, 100%. 100%. All right, so look, this is Brooklyn Moses Podcast, Season 2, Episode 34. Also known as Live Training 736. Nah, I'm kidding. But when I do the live training, it'll be along the lines of what I talked about on the podcast today. Definitely. So we'll be looking at the market and, going through a bunch of different things in addition. All right. So that you have the visual as well. So look forward to that. That's coming soon. What's today? Wednesday? If it ain't this week, it might be next week sometime. Because I want to do it while it's still fresh too. Because this is fresh in my head right now. That's why I want to do the podcast. Because I really wasn't going to do shit today, but I decided to come on and do the podcast to get this off of my brain, man. All right, man. So look, y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance, Brooklyn Moses Podcast. Y'all can go to the BrooklynMosesPodcast.com to check out the audio of this. On the podcast, I think there's some option now for you to show listener support. It's like you can do a donation or something like that. And I also have sponsorships coming, but they're not on there yet. But all of that shit is coming. So for those of you that are like, diehard podcast listeners, this is a good podcast to listen to. That's a fact. That is a fact. This is good stuff, man. For real, for real. We getting to freedom. Freedom. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. I will see y'all on the next whatever. Coffee and charts. Coffee and charts. Live market observation or another podcast. Whatever. It's coming. All right, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your gas, got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, you're keeping me sane, got me in my right brain. I can't explain, but I'm feeling some kind of way. You know what you see is what you find. You just keep the peace of my mind. And you know I believe in no sign. Cause no matter where I go, it's alright. Every day I see the sunrise. Even if it feels like a climb, I don't have to walk that line. That's why I wake up and it's a very nice day, living